Hello children, welcome to the online classes of computer science. Today again we are going to continue with the chapter Internet Online Surfing. Last time we have studied popular internet services and the advantages and disadvantages of internet. Today in this video we will learn about the potential threats while using internet. Potential threats. Children, a threat can be described as a possible danger to security. Much harm can be done by breaching the security system of a computer through internet. A threat can be either intentional or accidental. Therefore, it is of utmost importance to be alert and vigilant while giving your personal details like your debit card details, password, PIN, etc. on the web. Now, we shall discuss some of the threats. Following are the examples of some of the threats. First is spyware. Secretly collects information online. It is a type of software that secretly collects information about an online user. It monitors the surfing habits of the user and steals information about the visited web pages, email addresses, passwords, credit card number, etc. Children, you must have noticed that if you search, supposingly, if you search for cars online, then while doing some other app, while surfing some other app, suppose you are doing your Facebook or Instagram, there also you will see the ads which are related to cars. This is a kind of spyware. It's not a kind of a threat, but it's a kind of spyware where it's your surfing habit is being stored, and then information that you've been searching to the visited web pages, it's been saved. Okay, so it's a kind of a spyware only where people collects your information secretly, and then thereby whatever ads you get, it's a kind of your interest which you people have searched before. Next is spamming. Means sending unwanted messages. Email spamming involves sending unwanted messages or undesirable advertisements to a large number of recipients. Spam is a serious security threat as it can be used to deliver emails that could contain Trojan horses, viruses, worms, spyware, and other attacks aimed at obtaining sensitive information. Next is scareware. It is a malware which pops up a window informing the user that the system is infected and asks you to clean it. It tricks the user to click a link which is in the background, downloads the malicious program. You might have often noticed it also that while using your cell phone, you get a pop-up where it says that the memory is full and you have to download a certain kind of application to clean it. It's a kind of a scareware where it threats you, it tricks you by giving you some pop-up messages, and thereby you are forced sometime to download the particular application by clicking on the link. Next is malware. Malware is a short form of malicious software. It includes viruses, worms, and Trojan horses. It initially behaves as a scareware and generates a pop-up message that tricks the user and results in downloading a malicious program. This program can reformat the hard drive of your computer, causing loss of information. It may also steal your sensitive information. But of course, because it will trick you as a scareware, and you download a certain kind of a software, and later you find that certain kind of files which are important to you are deleted from your hard drive. So that kind of threat is a malware. Next is viruses. A program that is secretly embedded in a computer system to steal, corrupt, or destroy data is known as computer virus. It can change the functioning of a computer and can spread to other computers also. Sometimes we are very much afraid of using the pen drive of our friends, and we also ask our friend that your pen drive is virusless or not, because we are also concerned about our files. So when we say that we are not going to insert your pen drive, or when we do that, we are going to scan it for the viruses, because viruses, they secretly embed and thereby destroying your important files. Next is trojans. Trojan is a malicious program that embeds itself into legitimate software and pretends to be harmless application. It is an executable file that will install itself and run automatically once it is downloaded. It has the ability to hide itself from antivirus detection. Once inside your computer, a Trojan horse can delete your files, record your username, passwords, and other user information by logging, keystroke, or other use of computer to hack other computers. Unlike viruses, Trojan do not replicate themselves. Like, there is a difference between virus and Trojan. Virus replicate themselves, means they they duplicate themselves, they replicate, they repeat their programs. But Trojan, they do not replicate themselves. But what do? In the beginning they will pretend to be harmless, but later on, without even knowing that it is there in your computer system, because even your antivirus cannot detect them, they are going to delete your files, or sometimes they are going to collect the very important information, supposedly your bank account information, your password, your pins, and etc. And thereby, your bank account details are being transferred to an unknown person, and which can lead to your financial losses also. Next is ransomware. It is related to scareware, as it also gives a fraudulent warning regarding the system being infected. It installs malwares that demands payment and either blocks the access to the system or threatens to wipe out the files if payment is not made. Means, just like your scareware, it gives you a pop-up message, but with the pop-up message it also asks you to pay some kind of amount to them, otherwise your certain files being deleted from your drive. Okay, and even you do not give that application not gives you access to go back to your main window until and unless you make a payment to them. So it is also a kind of a threat. Next are worms. Okay, worms are a common threat to computer. A worm, unlike a virus, attacks a computer on its own without attaching itself to files or programs. It takes a place in your computer's memory and propagates by sending itself to other computers in a network. It adversely affects the speed of a computer and the network as well, due to heavy consumption of system memory or network bandwidth. It is a kind of a common threat. Next is keyloggers. It is a program that records every keystroke of the user in order to get important information such as password, etc. Fraudulently, means when you go to your, when you do your bank kind of a transaction where you need to enter your bank details, your credit card number, your PIN, your CVV. So all these are being recorded when you press the keys of the keyboard. So all these keys are being recorded. So that kind of a threat is known as a keylogger. Next is cookies. Okay, a cookie is a text message given to a web browser by a web server. So I was telling you about that information that has been collected. It's a kind of a cookie only. Okay, children. So the web browser saves this user specific data in a text file. This file is called a cookie, and it is later used by the browser to prepare customized web pages. So because of your surfing information, that what kind of data you was searching on online, so that has been saved in the cookies format, and that text file is being is being transferred to other web servers, and thereby whatever kind of your advertisement you are getting, it's based on your previous searches, which is because of cookies. Okay, it's sometimes if you get to see some kind of a message, not exactly the spyware, it's a kind of a cookie. A user is not required to fill the stored information every time he purchases goods online. You must have noticed that while purchasing something online, first You must have noticed that while doing online transaction where you enter your details for the first time, and when you're doing it for the next time, then you need not to enter the same thing again and again. Okay, the very basic things have been already entered. So because of your cookies, because of your whatever you have done previously, so that cookie is being stored in the format of a text file, so everything is being done on its own. So cookies are otherwise safe document which can be deleted anytime. You can delete it on your own. You can go to the history and you can delete it from there, even from the settings also. Then, but they can produce harmful consequences if read by an unauthorized person. Of course. So hackers can use cookies to gain access to the user's sensitive information, which can be misused to commit further crimes. It is advised that the cookies are deleted periodically as to avoid any kind of privacy threats, especially when working on public computers. So when we say public computer, we means when you go to the uh, cafes and from there you do some kind of a transactions, online transactions, you made some kind of a payment. Okay, and if even if you're using your friend's system and you think of doing some online transaction, you must delete the cookies. Okay, and even in your system it should be deleted in a certain kind of a period, so that any unauthorized person do not get access very easily. So these were some of the threats that are there to your computer system, so you can be aware with it, and you should be aware with this. And do not forget to install a very latest version or the updated version of your antivirus, or you must switch on your window defender, so that whenever these kind of viruses are there, they are being detected by your antiviruses. Okay, just read this part of this from your book also to get a clear vision of whatever we have discussed in our video. Thank you.